All right, hello everybody. It's what is it? Monday evening, about 10 till 8. My neighbor, a little parts grill neighbor, brought me tie rod in, and it's over. Let's see if we can get this unwired. It worked to get her up here in the barn. So we need to get all this unwired and knocked apart and see if we can get it separated. I don't know, I sprayed some penetrating oil in there and around here. So we'll see. But my GoPro, I got to get another card for that. Memory card's full. And imagine my phone's getting pretty full. So we gotta, so I'm not gonna video all of this, but my wiring worked to get it up here through the field and into the barn. So that makes me happy. We got the planter unhooked off the back of it. The monitor taken out of this tractor, put in the scooter, this tractor. I had one set of adapters. I can't see them, it's a little dark, to adapt from old case hoses to Pioneer fittings. The other set, I had to take the ends off, and I stole the ends off the grain drill for the markers that I don't use anymore, to put on there temporary. So got the ball joint, get this tore apart and put back together. Hopefully I don't need to drag a torch out here, but it wouldn't surprise me if I have to. And I gotta figure out how I wired this thing up. I was just twisting out in the field, just twisting. But yeah, I didn't check the rain gauge this morning. I checked it yesterday afternoon, Sunday afternoon, and we had oh, that broke. And we had 2/10, just under 2/10. And so, but it rained overnight too while I was at work, so I don't know what we got. I was wiped out when I got home this morning, so I made a couple phone calls and got these parts coming, and went to bed. Sunday nights are always the worst. Now, if this original equipment cotter pin will come out of here, we'll be in good shape. I really doubt whether it's going to cooperate. Got a hammer. Just what I need. Great big hammer to tap out a little bitty cotter pin. It's been in there for, oh, imagine this is somewhere in the 70s. Well, I know it is. I used to know what year this tractor is, but I don't anymore. Probably what I'm going to end up doing is just spinning this nut off and shearing the pin off. Let me see. I can't see if there's a... Oh, there is another tab down there. That would probably help if I straighten that one out. Yeah. There we go. How come nothing ever breaks when it's just sitting in the barn? You gotta wait till you get out there and... yeah, this is not gonna work. I didn't think it would, but I figured, you know what, it's worth a try. Let's fold that one up out of the way a little bit and tap on that short one. One nice thing, metal bodies, metal magnet flashlight, a work light or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, she's tight. She's tight. I'd rather not screw this nut up because it didn't come with one. I might be able to find one at work tonight. Yeah, she's, like I said, original equipment. All right, let me, nope. All right, well, I did get this nut broke loose, so I don't know, probably gonna need some heat in here to get this threaded out once I get it out. And you wanna see how bad it is? Yeah, there it is. Like I said, it popped out on Dad. She's a little dry in there. It's a little dry. There's no grease cert on this thing. No grease cert. And the dust cover is torn too. All right, well, I'm going to keep tinkering on this for a little bit, and we'll see what we can make out. Like I said, probably end up just spinning the nut off the cotter pin and sharing it. It's no good anyway. I do have socket set in the impact, so it's probably what I'm going to do. I don't know why, but it looks like somebody's been hammering on this. Let's change that. Yeah. Somebody's been hammering on that. Now, why did we do that? Well, maybe we didn't. Maybe it was done before. I don't know. Well, somebody, you know, obviously somebody had a pipe wrench or something on here at one point. I don't know what the other one looks like. I did order an end for this one too. She's a little loose, not bad, but the ones underneath seem pretty solid yet. We'll get her all apart and see. The other, everything else is on back order. All right. All right, well, 3 minutes later, I guess I should have kept rolling. Spun the nut off, and it come right off. And got the persuader out, and 2 good cracks on the end of that, and she popped right out. I don't even think I messed the threads up on it. Probably didn't, but it's junk, so I'll never use it again, so it came right out. So anyhow, now for that. And I gotta brace some stuff up. I gotta get a jack stand or something because I don't want to put a lot of torque on that tie rod end under there, screwing this one out. So, all right, I'll be back. All right, went and got a few parts around. What's going on here? Got jack stand. I've got the tie rod rolled back with a pipe wrench on it underneath the axle there so that I'm not twisting on the ball joint back there. And another pipe wrench on this one. And we're going to have to go get a cheater bar. Cheater bar, cheater bar. Where's my cheater bar? There's one. That one's not big enough. Maybe tomorrow we can get spraying again. I don't know. It's awfully cold. There's my cheater bar. All right. Hopefully when I make it rich, I'll get me a big old heated shop to pull this stuff in. And yeah, she's been worked a few times. She's got a little bit of a bow to her. Will that fit over there? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, barely. All right, let's see. Come on, baby. Well, what do you know? She broke loose. All right, well, this is going to take 2 hands from here on out. So I'll chuck back. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised. Didn't need any heat. Had the cheater on it. Had to put the big pipe on it, but got her cracked loose. A couple of creakies, you know. Put some more blaster on her, and lubed her up, and kept fighting. She come out by hand. The only thing I didn't do is I did not measure it before I took it apart. So, yeah, I got a phone call coming in. It's out. Be back. Okay, well, yeah, I got interrupted by a phone call there. So, yep, here's the old one. She was kind of wore out, and like I said, no grease shirt on it. Looks like they are rebuildable, but there's that end of it. Here's the ball. My grease boot, dust boot, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of shot. So there's a new one. Threads are right. She's threaded in there. It didn't come with a dust boot or a new nut. So I was looking for there it is. That one spun off all right. The threads don't look bad in it. Didn't gall them up. Making its way over that cotter pin, which is still stuck in there. But I think I'm going to order a new nut too, just because that one's beat up. I don't remember why that got beat up or how. But yeah. Unless that happened prior to us having it, I don't think we've ever had an issue with it. Oh, wait a minute. This is the tractor that ended up in the ditch the one time. Yeah. So we might have did something with it. Yeah, my uncle was hauling grain and something happened and she ended up in the bottom of a pretty big ditch, and that's where that dent up there come from. I'd actually ripped a little bit of the metal. We put a little chicken scratch weld on it back then just to seal her back up, kind of beat her back out straight. Never broke any windows or anything like that, but man, I'm thinking, yeah, gosh, that's been a long time ago. But I'm half thinking the front end got ripped out of it. I'm gonna have to ask Dad about that. I don't remember. Maybe that's when that damage happened. We had to get her apart to put her back together. Anywho, yeah, got to order a dust boot, grease boot, whatever you want to call it, and a nut. I got cotter pins, but so that's going to do it for tonight. I was actually pretty surprised. I mean, yeah, I had a 5-foot cheater, 4-foot cheater bar on that pipe wrench. And give her a cracking, and like I said, she screeched a couple times. But after that, she started spinning out. I mean, it wasn't, I had to keep using the pipe wrench on it and a big crescent wrench, but she come out, didn't fight too awful hard. And I'll get her back going now, but I'm going to order the innards. And see, the inner one, I'll show you here. Flashlight down here where you can see the inner one has a rod that's attached to the rod end, and that goes all the way through. It's like 16 inches or 15 inches long, and then it's got the slots in it where you take this bolt. Let me come around here. This bolt right here, this part of the rod end goes in here, and it's got notches in that pipe or that bar. And when you take your front axle and move it in or out with these two bolts here, you can separate it here, slide her in and out for different widths. This bolt comes out and this rod slides in and out to match those. But the tube's still good. But it's 3 separate pieces. You've got the tie rod end, the threaded tie rod end, the tube, and then the inner tie rod with the rod, the tie rod end with the rod on it, with the adjustable slots in it. So I'm going to get her going. I'm going to get her put together so we can put it back on the corn planter and Dad can finish planting. But yeah, I'll order the parts we need and go through the whole front end. The other, like I said, the other side's a little bit loose, not bad, but yeah, we'll get her fixed up after we get done planting, and pull her back in here and back her in the corner with the front end sticking out and go through it. Nothing ever breaks when it's sitting in the barn over the winter. Always breaks when you get her out, right? All right, well, that's about it for tonight. I'm going to head in, get a bite to eat, get cleaned up, get ready to go to work, catch the weather. They're saying nice for the next 2 days. Tuesday and Wednesday supposed to be partly sunny, but I'm thinking Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they're calling for rain again. But it is going to be up into the 70s. So we got a little shot of rain last night. So what corn is in the ground, other than it being cold, what corn is in the ground got a nice little drink. So hopefully that's up in 3 or 4 days and can start soaking up some of this 70-degree weather that we got coming. But that could change between now and then. We all know that, right? So yeah, this is my old barn here. Here's my chandeliers. See if I can get a picture of them. Wagon wheel chandeliers that I made. Me and Eric made them for my daughter's wedding. She had her wedding in here. If I think about it and I can find some, I'll throw some pictures up. We had, it's about, let's see, it's 66 feet this way and 44 feet this way. And we had 250 people in here with round tables and everything else. It was tight, but we made it work. We made her work. New roof on her that year, back in 2018. Had the neighbors down the road do the roof, and Wasserman Construction. They did a really nice job. I had them put skylights in it. It was an old slate roof, and it had some holes in it, and it was leaking. So put a roof on it. pressure washed everything, cleaned all the oil stains off the floor. I actually had a company come in here because some of the pad had settled where the cuts are, and had them pump them up so it's level, so nobody would trip, stub a toe or nothing during the wedding. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. Cleaned everything up outside, made some flower beds outside. Like I said, pressure washed the whole floor, scrubbed it, pressure washed the walls some. Me and Kirk we went together and bought a big air compressor, like the big construction ones that run a jackhammer. We use that to blow off equipment. It works really good for blowing off the combine. I mean, you can, with that amount of volume, it's not so much the pressure, it's the volume of air. Kind of like a leaf blower. You get a volume of air, but it's not a lot of pressure. Well, this is a leaf blower on steroids with a supercharger. So, and it does have a little more pressure than a leaf blower. But anyway, so yeah, we brought that in here and blew down all the walls and everything. And we had tulle hanging from the ceilings to the posts and Christmas lights wrapped around. Let me see the posts here. And there's another one right here, and there's an angled one right there. This is hard to do. Right there. That angled one. They were all wrapped with Christmas lights. Actually, let me down. The burlap to cover the drums that the posts were filled with concrete and set in when they did it. The burlap is still, sorry about that, the burlap's still wrapped around them to hide the barrel. But anyway, like I said, we might have to go outside. I just looked out the back door there. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful sunset. Beautiful sunset. But yeah, as you can see, it's full of stuff. Stuff. I call it stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at this. All right. So there's north. And then west. Sun going down back there. Looks like it doesn't look conducive to farming. When you can see the sun like that, that means, what's the saying? Red sky at night, sailor's delight. That means that the front is already past. So yeah, look at the sun reflecting over the old semi-trailer back there. Probably off the side of the barn. Side of the barn, the house. Oh, I love living in the country. Love it, love it, love it. When having it, well, actually lived in an apartment in Fremont for a little bit, an apartment in Gibsonburg when I first got married. Apartment in, somebody's in the fields. Apartment in Fremont when I got divorced. But I got this place now, and hopefully I'll die here in another 50 years. That might be asking a bit much. Yeah, here's the rock gardens that I made. They got weeds in them now, but one here and one on the other side. A better picture of it. I had a huge pile of rocks right here where this one is. I mean, it was 6 foot tall, and it probably come out to here. All field rocks. And I hauled a bunch of them away, but I kept some, and I got to spray the weeds out of here. And I made this up for the wedding. This rock here is pretty cool. I wanted to, it almost looks like a fish or something with a spine, or a NASCAR helmet with the air vent on the top. I was going to carve a number in the side of it. So, but I never did. Thank God, because drivers change and your favorites change and everything else, and I'd have ruined the rock. So yeah, we got Bertha sitting out here. 2470's back there behind the Kenworth. There's the white. dump trailer. Burn pit. I took a bunch of rocks and brought them out here too. And we were going to have a bonfire the night of the wedding, but it rained. It poured. So that's my burn pit. That's all sawdust and wood chunks from cutting wood. Bring them out here and put them in the pile. Yep, the sun's gone. What a beautiful sky though. All right, like I said, time to go. I'm gonna go in the house and get me a bite to eat. Head to work here in about an hour. So we'll get tools put away. Light shut off. Ooh, there we go. Darkness. Can you see me now? Can't see nothing. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. I guess this will all be good till morning. Hopefully nobody bothers it. Oops. Okay. Yeah. I can see all right, but I guess the camera doesn't pick up as much light. Bobcat. Maverick. Dumpy. Clifford. Dumpy. I don't know. It's got a nice little 10-foot flatbed on it. She dumps, holds 70. That's actually titled as a 67 F350. Somebody put a newer model cab on it. And then this is Clifford. I bought this truck years ago, and my daughter used it for a while her car was broke down when she was in college. And she nicknamed it Clifford and bought a stuffed animal and put it in there. So yeah, this is what my daughter drove in town in Bowling Green when she was going to school. So it looked a lot better then. And 2470 sitting back there. Junk pile. You clean that all up. Scrap prices are in the tank right now, so nothing's going anywhere. Big panel I got out of work. They were redoing presses, rewiring it, so I got this big panel. It's big too. It's 7 foot tall, not counting the vents up there. But I'm gonna cut her into 2 pieces and make some cabinets. One for in the garage here, and the other one out in the big barn where we were working. Put fluids and bigger tools, filters, stuff like that, manuals. Just some place to put stuff inside. All right, well, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.